With plenty of hours in Starfield at the moment, let's take a look at some missed opportunities Bethesda failed to capitalize on in this RPG. Hey there Explorer, I am Doodleman149 again, and before I start, you may have noticed that I'm looking a little sharper today, a little more high res. Well, you can thank Paracote on Twitter for that, since she helped me out with these new character models you'll be seeing, so big thanks to her. Today I'll be taking you on a guided journey through my top 5 dislikes when it comes to Starfield. While this video isn't inherently positive, this by no means implies that I dislike the game. It's actually great. So, let's hop into this. No vehicles. Number 1 on my list of dislikes for Starfield comes in the lack of land vehicles for planets. The areas you land on when you arrive on a planet can have plenty of variety in terms of verticality, foliage, and sentient life. However, one thing they all have in common is that most points of interest are almost a kilometer away from each other, meaning if you're on a dead planet, that's a whole lot of running in a straight line from A to B. A way to alleviate this for mid to late game spacefarers would be the introduction of some purchasable, deployable land vehicles, like a rover or a quad bike. Another way this could be easily balanced is that the vehicle would take up cargo space on a ship, further limiting when you'd want to bring it along with you. Having unmapped grav jump lanes. My second issue arises from the use of grav jump lanes. While I understand this concept, it is very Star Wars-esque after all. From a gameplay standpoint, it's borderline pointless. For example, I wanted to jump to a level 60 system the other day, and since I hadn't been out there yet, I had to jump to every subsequent system in a path to reach it despite my grav drive having enough range to jump multiple systems at a time. What I ended up doing was jump to a system, scan the random planet I arrived at, and then just jumping to the next system, rinse and repeat. To fix this, if a ship has enough jump range, just let them skip systems if they don't need to be stopped at. No skins. My third issue is one that may be resolved in the future, but it's the decisive lack of weapon and gear skins and customization. All the gear has an upgrade slot on them for a skin, but so far all we've got is the old Mars skin for the jump pack and cutter, along with the Constellation skin for spacesuits. Those were either edition specific or pre-order bonuses, so having the skin section in there should really have something else on offer. If we can freely paint our ships, then we should be able to freely paint our armor as well. Too many planets. My fourth dislike is probably going to be contentious, and it's the one that I've had since before release, but it's that there's just too many planets. The fact that 90% of planets are dead means that basically every planet is exactly the same in regards to landscape, POI, layout, and randomly generated areas. The desire to explore random places is rather small when there really isn't that much out there to legitimately explore. Invincible NPCs. My final dislike is one that's been a staple of every Bethesda RPG to a degree up until Starfield, and that is killable named NPCs. In previous games, both Elder Scrolls and Fallout, if you wanted to, you could go out and kill every named character in the game. You'd suffer for your psychotic behavior by having quests fail or get cancelled before you even started them. In Starfield, if an NPC has a name, it seems like you can't kill them unless a quest allows it or requires it. I discovered this first when heading to Polvo to see the head of Hope Tech. I walked right up to the head office and tried blasting the CEO away. Despite taking multiple blasts of buckshot and a variety of other damage, the CEO just fell to the floor injured, but not dead. This went for every other named character in the building, while every generic NPC could simply be killed. This safety net takes away a key aspect of this Bethesda title, and it's really the biggest thing I genuinely dislike about it. And so that's all for today, Explorers. My list of the top 5 things Bethesda definitely could have done better with Starfield. What are your least favorite parts of the game? Was there anything I missed? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you're all enjoying the game so far, and I hope it is everything you wanted it to be. So with that, be sure to keep an eye out for my future Starfield content and like and subscribe for more. I've been your guide, Doodleman149, and I'll see you again, sometime, somewhere, amongst the stars.